So, we will see if Complexity can indeed pull it off. Yes, make no mistake about it out there. We would all love to see it. Semper would have another shot anyways. Sure, so would Complexity. Love to see him do it here in round 4. Raise Bull to the ceiling. Couldn't get the delayed flip shot, and now this is sent away out to the corner, but it's Complexity getting the first decent look, and we'll see how they handle the attack of Semper.
We'll see how they handle it. But one more best of 5 for the alternate stream as we come nearer and nearer to the end of the Swiss rounds as that playoff bracket approaches. And Complexity Semper looking to make a bit of a shortcut there by grabbing a dub in this best of 5.
Have our last match here, the entirety of round 5 over on twitch.tv/Rocket League as they finish up their 1 and 2 matches as well. Raise Bull has Shad downfield. Josette, undeterred, has the clear. And now Archie bringing this out to the wing. AJG looking to center for Raise Bull, but he was way back. And now Shad can launch this onto the Semper half of the field. Cassio not phased one bit. Neither team blinking. Neither team giving an inch early on in game 1 with the top 8 on the line. Complexity have had the stronger attack. Raise Bull shot here denied by Cassio. And now we'll see if Semper can come alive here coming up on the midway point. Archie, flip reset, and he scores right in Shad's face.
There it is, Semper on the board early. Archie with a beautiful carry across the field to a flip reset. Shad probably saw it coming, but that shot could have gone anywhere. And the fact he even touched it was a good try, but Complexity could not stop that drive from Archie.
Archie, one of the most exciting players out of RLCSX. His rookie campaign. AJG coming on here. Shot not on target. Dealt with by Cassio. Now Josette with a counterattack. Looking towards the left, and nobody else was over there. Might have expected Cassio to be there. Josette will try again. Raise Bull across. Waiting there is Cassio. And Josette brings this back onto the Complexity half of the field just temporarily. Shad from the corner trying to get around Josette. Many have tried so far this week. Few have succeeded. Josette's defense and his offense have been pretty good, but his defense has been incredible.
Speaking of Josette, he's opting to switch it up for his vehicle today. It's not the Mudcat, is it? There's so many
another
cars.
Look at it in a moment here. Is Shad
hey,
looking for AJG, and now Archie launch another back into the zone. Oh, well, hello there.
To be fair, I don't know if that shows confidence or a lack of confidence, saying that, hey, we can win this and whatever, or I want to switch it up. Oftentimes, players will switch their cars when there's a bit of placebo going on. So let's hope that's not the scenario here. And Josette's feeling it still today. At least Semper are still in the lead 1-0. But Complexity starting to make a couple drives of their own. Have to stop off a shot from Semper as they try to make it 2-0.
Listen, that just means there would be 4 viable cars in Rocket League. Octane, Dominus, Fennec, and whatever Josette is driving at any given time. Here goes Shad. Over top of Josette. Drop down. Raise Bull hit the crossbar. AJG did not. We're tied.
AJG bringing it back. They started making little pokes here and there. Raise Bull almost cranking one in, but it went off the bar. At least there was the finish. You always want that third man cleaning up the mess of the goals. And they did exactly that. Complexity now tied up 1-1. And I believe that may be the Jackal.
I'm going to trust you on this one. Backboard as Archie will send this away, and he's got a man downfield. Could not connect with Cassio. Josette out for Cassio. Archie still on the Complexity half of the field, but Shad will clear away. AJG had to wait for this pass to come in. Shad's got the boost steal out of the Semper half of the field, but it's Cassio that was up for this ball. Raise Bull beat him to it. The speed of Complexity on display. This time it's the positioning of SMPR that comes through, finding a way to kind of tightrope their way out of danger. As Complexity continues to apply the pressure, the second half has belonged to the North American side. Chaussette couldn't get to this in time. Around the boards again, and Cassio clears right to Archie. Again, excellent positioning out of SMPR.
With 30 seconds left, we may be looking for an overtime if this drive from Complexity doesn't turn anything. Yeah, it doesn't, and they'll have to hold off on defense. They'll play for OT, I bet, now that they're seeing a SMPR attack and go for pinch shots even. This series is going to be wild.
Final seconds wilting away before we go to overtime, and we do. Game 1, OT. First of many, perhaps, in this epic final series of round 4.
SMPR with the early goal. Complexity finally found a spot, and SMPR trying to end this overtime early with a double tap. But a quick counterattack from Complexity puts him down the other end.
Archie lost control. AJG gratefully claims this, and that's sent away by Chaussette. Shad has AJG across the way, can't connect with him. And Archie, second touch to only get to midfield. Complexity continuing to pour it on here, trying to crack the SMPR defense. Not many have been able to. Shad giving way to AJG. Now Raisbull. Gonna need AJG to get up for this one, and he can't. So Cassio will guide it to the corner. Just waiting, though, to see when AJG is gonna take his shot. He has been relatively quiet. This sent downfield, and it will be AJG to take over out of the corner.
Yeah, they wanted to play that one slow. They knew if they tried to force that off the corner, SMPR was there and waiting. So let's slow it down, let's get control, and see if we can make a drive down into that orange half of the field.
Cassio right out where Shad is waiting. Boy, that was the downfall of a lot of teams, but particularly yesterday. Play the ball towards Shad, and they paid the price for it. Cassio will walk out of this unscathed with some semblance of possession. But no boost in the tank, and it's coming right back onto the SMPR half of the field. AJG, 60 in the tank. Raisbull on the backboard. Will he be a factor? AJG still dancing through, and Chaussette made the initial save, and it's Archie in to help out.
Archie's been helping out all over the field. SMPR need all three players running to win this one, and they do right now, but Complexity also have all three players moving speedy around the field as we hit 2 minutes of overtime, and Complexity are starting to just take shot after shot towards the net, looking for those infield passes as well. SMPR has to be real careful that they don't get messed up on defense, because these shots are threatening.
Pass away. Chaussette doesn't have a second touch. AJG pops out to midfield. Raisbull try to play indirect for Shad, and the low roller denied by Archie. Playing now into the third, coming up on the 4th minute of overtime. AJG playing with fire, bringing that one across. And this is still in a dangerous spot as Raisbull couldn't get to it. The shot initially wide out of Cassio. Big break for Complexity. Can they capitalize? Doesn't look like it. They do get onto the right half of the field, but Archie has this again, burned all his boost to do so. Both teams kind of stagnating now, neither creating opportunities on their own, trying to take advantage of miscues on the opposite side.
Yeah, a lot of this is trying to keep the pace up while making sure that you keep possession as hard when the ball's going that fast. Shot, and that's going to be no one home. AJG is going to put it away, 3:25 into overtime.
AJG having a breakout performance today. Both goals in a huge 2-1 overtime dub for Complexity. Do not let this guy get going.
Yeah, they honestly, it looked like SMPR had a bit of control early on in this game number 1. Complexity having to make sure that they stay solid. You know that focus is strong for Complexity right now. And the fact that they brought that with SMPR that's looking pretty solid, into a 3.5-minute overtime shows Complexity is here, and they want their day to be done. They want to be through to that playoff stage right now, and after this series, they don't want to have to play another one. SMPR still looking solid. They know that they still can take this against Complexity, and they're not going to give Complexity an easy run here.
Game 2, first 45 seconds are going to be very important for SMPR to kind of establish their dominance in this series. They need to come out and make a statement in that first minute and not let Complexity snowball with this momentum, because after that overtime winner, Complexity's emotions are going to be way up here, and SMPR has to kind of bring that down a little bit, bring them back down to earth, or this will be a very short series.
Complexity with a game win for that first. It's a best-of-5 playoff spot on the line here at the Sweden Major. SMPR will try to start things off early with a goal of their own off the kickoff, but it is not to be.
Archie will play this out to the side where AJG is waiting. Maybe today AJG is Shad. The ball constantly found Shad yesterday. AJG, both goals. And he seems to have a nose for the ball this time around, but it's Raisbull. Tried the flip reset. Could not convert. Archie, only Shad to beat. Couldn't get a flip reset of his own on his way downfield. That's how he scored the lone goal from SMPR. A flip reset right through Shad. There is Shad. Met by Archie at the top. Raisbull. Shad coming on looking for Chaussette. Couldn't get the bump or demo, and Chaussette guides that out to the side where Cassio's waiting.
Well, if last game's any indication, this will be low scoring if both teams keep that focus. So far it is. Double tap. Is that a flip reset too? It is, but he doesn't get the angle he needed on that, and that ball does go wide. Complexity looking dangerous with shots like that.
Oh, Archie, near miss. Keyword there is miss. Cassio, well read by Shad. And Chaussette back in the Fennec. The experiment didn't work out. Now, obviously, in the faster car, but with the slow esports decal, you know, it's just a little bit of a heavier car, apparently.
Yeah. It's different cars, different weights, and move different. That's not true at all, chat. Do not believe that.
Misinformation is the word of the day. This goes out to the corner. Archie. A good ball for Cassio. There's Chaussette. Waiting for something to break now in game 2. It took forever for things to open up for either side. Shad in front. Archie's got control. More importantly, a decisive win deep into Complexity territory. Cassio trying to bully his way through. Chaussette's shot sent away by Shad. We continue to battle in a scoreless tie in game 2 at the halfway mark.
I wonder if we're going to see another overtime. That's crazy because both teams are getting really close. They're finding those lanes. They're just not getting the shots on target where they need to be. You even see a drive there with a demo coming out. Both teams finding the lanes, just not the right angles that they need.
Good first touch by Shad, but nothing else to follow up. So Archie, oh, what a demo!
What?
It's Chaussette with the demolition that gives Archie a second goal.
What a demo for SMPR. Chaussette, beautiful. As he opens up that lane there for his teammate. A goal in for SMPR, and what a way to do it.
Chaussette giving Archie his second goal. He's been the only goal scorer for SMPR. Flip reset against Shad. And that ball going through the smoke screen. Now Chaussette, another demo in the air as he took out Raisbull. Chaussette going head hunting. And that is a lethal Chaussette that Complexity might not have an answer for. Archie takes out Raisbull. Complexity going to need to speed it up now and keep their head on a swivel as they try to come back in the last 90.
as demo after demo, both teams getting physical. Semper trying to make a statement saying we got the lead and we are not even going to let you play the game, but a miss there almost opens up for a chance for Complexity. But I love this physical play right now, Stacks.
Gossett got the corner boost out of the Complexity half of the field, so it's Boost, Starve, and Demo. But it's Shad. Couldn't get the second touch, and that goes out to the corner. All three members of Semper kind of in the same place, though. Raise Bull going low and denied by Casio. Follow-up is sent in from Shad off the double commit.
When you find an opportunity like that, you take it. Shad has been clinical on offense across the Swiss stage for Complexity. And there it is, proving again why. He finds a spot, and he takes it.
All knotted up, maybe with another overtime on the way. Round 4, sending somebody into the top 8. Winner gets Team BDS in the 4-5 matchup. Lobbed in, and Shad will play this across. Casio out for Archie. Still dangerous. Casio for the win. No, Archie follows, and it's wide.
So close. Those shots need to be a little straighter on target there. Post after post, we've seen it throughout this entire series, but at the speed that these two teams are playing at, it's no wonder that sometimes the shots don't go exactly where intended. There's a chance, though, for Semper to end it.
3 seconds left as AJG bombs this away. We go to overtime again in game 2. Archie scored, then Complexity answered, and we go to OT just like in game 1. That was ended by AJG from Raise Bull. Will it be a similar story? AJG is downfield. Raise Bull is going to head up for this. And AJG can't jump for it, so Archie takes over. No, AJG up the side wall for that, even without that midfield boost. Casio ahead. Woo! And Archie shot a blistering one set away.
Shad in just the perfect spot to stop that shot. But Semper, if they're looking for plays like that, Complexity needs to watch out. Good thing Archie, though, was back there for Semper.
AJG for Raise Bull. And then a big booming clear out of Casio. Forces Shad all the way back. Forces Complexity to defend. Decent challenge by Casio. Keeps us alive for Chaussette and Semper. Around the boards and sent out by Raise Bull. Second minute of overtime. Semper has had the pressure on. Complexity, a decent look as well. Nobody has blinked in the OT. Maybe a chance here, and Casio just got to that ball with Raise Bull breathing down his neck. Now Archie gonna take his time. You can't give him that much. He'll pick you apart. This series is tied.
I'm not sure how Archie managed to get past both these defenders. AJG tried to cut the angle. Shad was still with his feet on the ground, but that ball bounces out for his teammate, and Semper crush one away. As you said, tied series now 1-1.
They gave Archie all the time in the world, and he used every last bit of it. And look, did you see those numbers?
Shad's to
808. Yeah, I guess that's an MVP. You got 800, and then nobody else over 3. What?
Oh, the funny thing is on the other side too for Shad, he had 700, and his teammates were around 400, 300 as well. So both teams looking for a star player to be that driver for both of them, and it makes sense that they're going toe and toe. Then, if that's the way both teams are playing, then it makes sense that we're going into overtimes after overtimes here.
Listen, that just means he's the greatest player in the world. Chat, I'm Platt, just like you. Points mean everything, okay? That's what I'm trying to draw the conclusion here. Archie setting up Casio at the end, overtime winner. So we get OT winners out of Complexity, out of Semper, and now we have 3 games to decide who gets BDS in the quarterfinals.
Anyone that ever called Stacks a good analyst has just been proven wrong.
The best analyst? What are you talking about? Who else is wearing the Rival Series analyst tag out there? Nobody. Hashtag Rivals for a reason. Here's Shad with all the time in the world to play this. He just rolls one right at Archie as we are well underway now into Game 3. A game that will be so telling in the story of both Complexity and Semper's major run. One team will be on match point, qualification point for the top 8 playoffs. And it may well be Complexity if they can regain that momentum from the Game 1 victory.
I do want to mention that we have the A stream going on as well, twitch.tv/Rocket League. If you're not watching in squad mode, do that. Watching NRG 6-0 of Vitality in a Game 1 over there.
The North American and European RLCSX champions. The last World Championship final we had is a 1-2 matchup at the Major in 2021. This is a 2-1 matchup, and it's 1-0 to Complexity in Game 3 as Razebull dances around Chaussette, caught him flat-footed, and Complexity takes the lead.
AJG with a demo just to make sure that that defender wasn't going to be there. That's something we've seen from a few teams at LAN now, where they're pushing up that third man a little bit too far, and Semper got caught flat-footed with no way to get back, and AJG securing that with that demo.
Across for Casio, and a blistering shot dismissed by the Complexity defense. Shall set up quickly for this ball. Knows not to give Complexity the time and space they need to set up these quick plays. Shad in the direction of AJG, gonna have to try and play this himself. Razebull's shot is well wide, and Archie has to ensure there's no rebound opportunity. That's a great win though by AJG. Hung in there, even took the demolition. Razebull landing with 60, and he has to, thought he was gonna get out of the play, but he sets up Shad and he scores! What a heads up play by Razebull!
2 minutes in, 2 goals up. Razebull, beautiful pass down to Shad, and a heads up from Shad too to stay there and to get that angle. Shad showing why he's been leading this team.
Razebull is on different energy this week. We've known he is an incredible talent, but he is shining under the spotlight now. Archie can't get anything going for Semper. Chaussette now to the corner. Doesn't have anybody to pass to. Semper playing a little hesitant. You cannot against Complexity. There's another one saved on the goal line, and the pressure continues to build from the North Americans by way of South America.
The pace of this game too, and the fact that Semper is keeping up with it, Complexity as well, without making as many mistakes as we had seen them in the past. Both teams are looking phenomenal as they make drive after drive at each other's net.
Oh, that's a good stop by Archie. AJG was waiting. Razebull. Oh, he needed that touch. That slows everything down. And now Shad trying to clear the zone. Semper certainly not out of this just yet. But a 2-goal deficit is looking like a gigantic mountain to climb. The way Complexity is pressuring Semper. Semper running into each other now. Loose in front and sent away.
A little bit of slowdown here, though, from Chaussette. I think he wants to take a different approach. He knows that those mix-ups can be helpful for your team. Also, that he had no one there to support him. I wonder if that mix-up is going to be needed for Semper, because his pace right now has been in favor of Complexity.
Out from the back wall. Golden opportunity. Another demolition. This time Casio taking out Shad, but then AJG pays back the favor. 55 seconds remain. That was Semper's best shot. Complexity took it like a champ, set it away. And now Semper's got to regain with 45 seconds left. Razebull can't clear the zone. Semper giving Complexity their best shot, and Complexity coming away unscathed and unfazed. Josette again stopped by Shad, and that's a great pinch just to get around. And now AJG almost able to walk this home. Leaf, it looks like Complexity about to take a 2-1 series lead with an incredible defensive effort.
Yeah, Complexity, they loved the pace of this game. It was go, 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 and they managed to make sure that they weren't ever losing sight of the overall picture. They never allowed for massive mistakes on the defensive half. They made sure that they weren't overcommitting. Complexity played a fantastic game number 3. Semper kept the pace, but they're going to need a change coming to the next one. Those mix-ups I talked about, change it up, take control, because right now Complexity is favoring this speed.
2 goals each from AJG and Shad. And then the eternal table setter, Raise Bull. Big time performance. Goal and an assist, and 4 assists on the series for Raise Bull. They are oh so close. Complexity, one outstanding 5-minute performance away from a top 8 spot in the Fall Major.
It's looking good for them so far, but I'm not counting Semper out yet. I still think Semper has their heads in the game. They just got to make sure that they take control of the ball in the next game going forward, because they're, again, the speed they're keeping up with, that's no problem. The issue is that they had that one push-up from that third man. I can't remember who it was. Might have been Shazette, but they just pushed up for no real reason. That was one of those goals. The second one, beautiful play from Racebull and Shad. Not much you can do against that, but it would have been a much closer series if they hadn't made that earlier mistake. If they can avoid those, we stay within a 1-goal game, like most of this series has been so far.
Team BDS have become the biggest Complexity fans. They do not want to see Semper turn this around. Semper has beaten them at just about every turn late in the fall split. Loose ball here. Shaw set. Denied by Racebull. Yes, winner gets BDS in the top 8 playoffs tomorrow. It'll be the 4-5 matchup. This goes all the way across. Shad. Denied by Archie. Right in the direction of Cassio. This finds its way to the center line, but no further as Racebull takes over. Got the delayed flip from the ceiling, and then Cassio can play this away. That's a great opportunity there for Complexity. Had one more person been forward, it may well have been 1-0. This gets quickly down to the other end of the field. Cassio with an absolute bullet to take the lead.
How does off his own backboard, and it still goes in at 100 kilometers per hour. There is no way you're saving that as Complexity. Oh my God.
I believe it was back in the day, Cuxer, as part of his pitch for a longer field, stated exactly that. The ball coming from the backboard, those power clears, so easily able to find the opposite net. Didn't get his way there. Here's Shad. Raised ball on target, but in the target was Archie.
Yeah, that's where placement comes in.
Oh, what a bump!
Oh, a
Raised
bump!
ball scores! And I think it was Shad who had the bump on his way through.
That was beautiful. Shad, look at the split decision second to turn on that and take Cassio out, knowing that his teammate had a shot, but a defender was in the way. Brilliant play from Shad. He is so good.
It's hard to pick an MVP on this Complexity side. It may just be Complexity. But Shad has made an outstanding case for it.
I'd have to put my money on Shad the Chad, too.
Looking for another here, but Archie drops this off to the side for Chaussette. 3 minutes plus remain for maybe another overtime. Why not? I'm down. This goes to the side, and Archie is not going to get to it. Now Chaussette. Well, that's a good delayed play there to try and throw off the timing of Complexity, but not good enough. Raise Bull on his way through. More demolitions coming out too as Chaussette was taken out, and Shad has to quickly get to the corner.
At the halfway mark, though, we said it. It was going to be a close series, a one-goal game, as long as those small mistakes weren't made. Both of these goals have been earned with great plays, banger of a shot, and then a fantastic bump. I'm loving the level of play we're seeing here.
2 minutes remain, and a little bit of change. Must-win game for Semper, else they will have to play later today in round 5. To the corner. Cassio couldn't clear the zone. Chaussette will try. AJG couldn't get this out of the zone. Loose in front again. Shot on a tight angle, misses on the near side. Archie usually slots those, could not this time, and now 100 seconds separate us from overtime.
I've already seen 2, I believe, in this series alone. Well, Complexity sitting at match point. They get one more goal here and hold on to it. They find themselves in the playoffs. Semper has to fight back 2 more games.
Jammed up in the corner. Shad trying to pop one out for AJG. Couldn't get a second touch. Archie clears, but not for long. It's coming right back in. Semper got to get out of their zone. They do not. Vamos! Raise Bull gives Complexity the lead.
1 minute left. This is the time you want to do it. Again, they catch Semper pushing up a little far, hoping to get those 50s. They're playing for the high risk, high reward plays, but they're losing out on the risk. And Complexity punishes. With 1 goal left, they just have to hold on and kill this clock.
Archie racing to this, trying to drop it down center. Instead, it went up and away. Shad just peppering the net now. Chaussette has to get back to the goal line to make the save. Shad still staying with this. Archie out of harm's way, but now Cassio's got to continue the play. Got this in front. AJG slow getting up and still makes the save. At one point, had more saves than anybody else in an RLCS game. Sure, by design, his defense comes through now. Chaussette just wide. Follow-up from Archie is passed to Cassio, and still the defense from Complexity stands tall. 10 seconds left. Last call for Semper here in round 4. Cassio hits Chaussette, but the demolition leaves Semper short-handed, and one last save will do it. Complexity, 2-1, 3-1 in the series, and Complexity goes to the top 8.